Drama.
Yeah. No, that's not what that is.
Like,
Oh my god.
Drama, like.
Let me see some tea.
Okay, well, thank you guys. Let's give yourselves a round of applause.
No?
I should stay where you are.
Oh.
I'm trying to answer some more.
Oh, go for it.
Because my recording has stopped at like I just missed the cheat.
Oh, okay.
So what is exactly wrong with the game catcher? In your words.
It's like, how do I say this? So
I try to see I feel like y'all are trying to tap the buzzwords and trying to figure out what the buzzwords are, but I like when you guys just kind of talk about your own experiences and how it affects you. And if somebody came up to you and say, "Yo, let's play catch a girl, get a girl," and you with a group of boys that you're not feeling or whatever the case may be, it's like,
No.
nah. But in a lot of situations, sometimes you do things because your friends are, down to play, or you're just in that group of people, in that group of friends. It's reality. It's real. So just talk about when it comes to catch a girl. What's wrong with the game? What kind of ideas would it give men?
That it's okay to do whatever you want to women.
I was gonna say that.
I was
I would basically say like prejudice against women.
At a young age.
Yeah.
Repeat the question he just said. So the game teaches, just for context,
so
for y'all answer.
The game teaches that it's okay to do whatever you want to women.
The game also teaches basically like prejudice against women and how wrong it is.
I think the game teaches teaches children at a young age how to have this whole predator chasing the prey type mindset.
I think it also teaches. No, it hasn't. It also teaches you about how it's okay to say no if you're being peer pressured. That just because your friends are doing that doesn't mean you have to do that as well. So you could say no.
I really have nothing to say because like Yana said it.
Some people don't take the word no seriously. Like a lot of men are taught that when somebody says no, that they can keep going, right?
Sometimes you just gotta.
Sometimes people believe that.
Like,
No, like okay,
somebody
so
in the face, like.
I got something to add on to what Hayat was saying. If you say no, mean it. Like, put your foot down. Like, tell them, yeah, no. Like,
Okay. So the game also, the film also touches on, it's just kind of a big analogy of how men are and how men is set forth. And, basically what they do, this is what men do around women a lot, right? When they go out, it's all about, how many girls you're going to get, okay? So the women are the prey for the night, all right? And, we live in a time now where women are speaking up for themselves and saying, I'm not your property and I'm not your object. And a lot of the times that women are objectified, meaning like looking at you as not a person but as an object, okay? An object of desire, an object of somebody that just needs to be caught for their own taking and their own sake, okay? If you understand that, just kind of build on that because that's basically what we want to talk about in the film. And the game is basically, the game is basically, the essence of that because this goes well into adulthood. You guys probably weren't there when we were filming the adult version of getting screamed at on the street. Has this ever happened to you, especially by older men?
No, I know somebody who it's happened to.
Well, you can speak on it, but women, have an experience, older men, you walking down the street saying something?
it don't even have to be older man. It could be somebody your age. Because that happened to me, like, with somebody my age.
And how to make you feel.
It just, like I said before, it makes me feel unsafe. Because, like...
Complete sentence.
Huh?
He's telling you to speak in complete sentences, but you were saying hi to somebody else out the window.
Oh, this makes me feel.
No. Okay. When
Wait,
somebody harasses you on the street.
Oh, when someone harasses me on the street, or like since it's happened before, then after that it made me feel unsafe because like I was just trying to go home and like that happened because he wanted what he wanted, but like I didn't want that and I didn't want him. So how do I put this? I don't know what to say.
Does it happen often, or did it only happen once?
It happened twice.
Okay. So just tell us the story about what happened.
Oh, so it happened once in 4th grade.
No, okay. Go ahead. Sorry. You keep saying it happened, and I wanted you to
Okay.
just tell us the story from the start. What are we talking about?
Okay, I was sexually harassed twice in 4th grade and in 6th grade. The time when it happened in 4th grade, it was a boy. He was 14. I was only 10. And
Oh, stop, because you in the background of this photo, so I just want you to chill. All right? So, okay. You're being a little silly. Stop it.
okay.
Go ahead.
I was sexually harassed twice in 4th grade and once in 6th grade. It all started in 4th grade, like when we were all playing. My sister was at cheerleading practice, and it was me, 2 boys, and another girl. We were all downstairs in a rec playing with the basketball. And so afterwards, I was leaving, and I had went in the back to get the ball because it went over. I don't know what the thing is called, but it went over, and I went to go and get it, and he followed me, and basically like, so he like forced me to kiss him. Like I did not want to kiss him because like I didn't like him. I didn't like any boys, so it was just like he came up to me and he was like, "Come on, you know you want to," and I'm just like, "No, like I don't want to kiss you, move." And like I'm trying to get away, and he's pulling me, and he kissed me. So, then in 6th grade, then I was trying to go home because I had missed my bus, so I had to walk home. And I'm trying to walk home, and this boy, he followed me, and he's like, "Oh, touch my area," and I'm like, "No." And he like grabbed my hand and like forced me to touch him, and I'm like trying to pull away, he's pulling me, and it was just like a whole bunch of stuff going on. Like nobody was there, so like I couldn't even yell out or anything like that, because though like I was with a whole bunch of people, but they had left. They went down the street because they thought I was leaving, but he followed me. And like he was trying to touch all on me and like grab my butt and stuff, and I'm like, move, like really. And I was getting annoyed, so I went home, and I told my teachers and told my parents and stuff. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, in 4th grade, I didn't tell anybody about that. Only person I told was my sister, because I didn't really feel comfortable telling anybody about that, and because I thought that like he was like gonna come after me or something like that. I didn't know, but I was young, so I didn't really know what to do, and I never really heard about any of this before, like sexual harassment or any of that stuff. I never heard about it before, so I didn't know what to do, and the only person I told was my sister.
And that happens a lot. And basically, when it comes to situations to where it happens to women all the time, and now women, what's important when you guys sit here, now we're giving you a voice. Okay, so when it's like, okay, nobody was there to talk to or talk about it, is because for centuries women weren't able to talk, or women were always having to be put in their place. So if you want to talk about situations where you know that something may have happened and you didn't want to tell because you were scared, you were afraid, and you thought you may be attacked or things like that. Okay, so. And if it hasn't happened to you, thank God, right? I'm very thankful that it didn't happen, but what I'm saying is it's something that runs, it runs, you know, constantly. It happens constantly, you know? So now that she's told this story, does anybody else bringing up any memories of some sort, so something happening to someone they may know, or something had happened to somebody close to you, or you've even witnessed it and not even realized, like, oh, okay. So knowing
For the-
that, sure.
For the guys, do you ever find yourself in situations where your male peers are acting a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, or like have you ever experienced that, not just with girls, but like where you were with your guys and you were like, yo, that's not cool?
Yeah, like me being in high school, I see it more often. So like some of my friends will like try to holler at somebody and like they won't get with them and they all just like wilding out on them and just start calling them like, you a hoe or you ugly anyway, and just go about their business, and it's wrong. I leave. I don't associate myself with that, but I've seen it happen multiple times.
See, I have more boyfriends than I have girlfriends because it's too much. So, like, if I'm around one of my friends that are boys, then, like, they do that, like, what Tristan was saying. Like, they be trying to holler at a girl or something like that, and then, like, we double, like, nah, I don't want you. And then they, all of a sudden, like, they get mad, and, like, they show their other side of them, and it's like, oh, that's how you was in first place, that's why I don't want you. So, yeah.
I feel like as you guys are talking now, you understand just a little bit more, because you guys were doing this film in September, so now it's January. Just try to remember some of the things and some of the reasons and some of the conversations that we had. The reason that we want to do this film is because we want to put this stuff on the forefront. We want to put it in front of people and saying, hey, this happens, and what are we going to do about it? And also, these games that we play are a reflection of how men think in turn. And because women, I think that a lot of women just learn how to deal with it, right? Just learn how to deal with it. But you shouldn't have to learn how to deal with it. And what we're trying to do is to try to make the difference, okay? So everything that you know, does anybody want to answer again? What do you want people to take away from this film? Just another crack at it.
Nobody, just silence. No, okay.
I'm good.
You just want to make people understand, like,
We just want to make people understand that male toxicity is a terrible thing, and that it shouldn't have to.
You gotta project, talk this way at me.
Or
There you go.
so that male toxicity is real. We just want to make people understand that misogyny is real, and that male toxicity is terrible, and that it does happen in real life, and it shouldn't.
What is
Yeah,
male?
what is
Male.
Male toxicity is like sort of showing. It's basically misogyny, but it's like from a male's point of view. So it's like us putting ourselves on other girls, or like just us being disrespectful to chicks.
Oh,
us
okay.
being disrespectful to girls.
Us
Yes.
being disrespectful to girls. I'm sorry.
So toxicity is the same thing as like male toxic behavior.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
Yes, it does.
All right. Do you wanna hop in? Have some B-roll? No. Okay.
I don't know. You got a
Go ahead.
rap one?
Yes.
Go ahead.